No mai, haere mai. This is the 11th video in the HCI series about Jakob Nielsen's usability heuristics. This video is about the 9th heuristic, help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. Heuristic 9, help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors, states that error messages should be expressed in plain language without error codes. They should precisely indicate the problem and constructively suggest a solution. We've all received a dialog box before with a string of numbers and letters that we couldn't possibly understand, so you probably know what it's like when this heuristic isn't done very well. To help you understand how this heuristic works with others in the ecosystem of UI/UX design, I'd like to introduce you to a concept I've created called the Cliffs of Insanity, and that is a Princess Bride reference. I really recommend that movie. There are 4 heuristics that are connected to each other in a very direct way, and the Cliffs of Insanity illustrates this. Meet Cliff Richards. He's going for a quick hikoi along the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland. Cliff Richards can go where he likes, and he can head back to the car park or venture along the cliffs. In a user interface, this represents user control and freedom. While walking along the cliffside, Cliff Richards comes across a sign that warns him not to go too close to the edge because he might fall. This is error prevention. The pathway has also been dug a way back from the cliff edge. Again, error prevention. Cliff Richards somehow still manages to fall over the cliff edge. Good news! The park rangers have equipped all hikers with parachutes, so Cliff Richards can pull the chute and fall safely. This represents the 9th heuristic, help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. Oh no, Cliff's parachute didn't open properly. Good thing the trusty Coast Guard is around to pick him up and take him to safety. And this represents the 10th heuristic, help and documentation. To use another metaphor, heuristic 9 is kind of like the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff. Okay, a mixed metaphor. You don't really want your users to get to that point, but there will always be those who slip through the cracks. Great UI/UX design can mean that less of them get to that point, but you'll still need to make sure that you design according to the heuristic 9 for the ones who do. Let's have a look at this in action. So here we are on the Air New Zealand website, and say I wanted to sign in with the AirPoints portal. So I've put in my AirPoints number and my password, and then I've clicked sign in. But it's come up with this error message. So obviously I've already gone past error prevention and I'm into heuristic 9, so my Cliff Richards has fallen off the cliff. But this is actually a good example of it not being done very well, because it hasn't told me which one is incorrect. It says the AirPoints number or username or password do not match our records. It hasn't told me which one is incorrect. So my password could have actually been correct, but what they probably haven't noticed or they haven't put error prevention in for is that many AirPoints numbers are actually 7 digits long, and I've only put 6 digits. So good error prevention would be saying that an AirPoints number, if this is true, your AirPoints number has to be 7 digits long, so I would be able to prevent this error from happening in the first place. Better use of heuristic 9 would be telling me which one is incorrect, because sometimes it's not a case if you get the username wrong, it's you get the password wrong, or maybe you get the username wrong but you get the password right. So it's really helpful to actually know which one is which. Let's recap for retrieval. The 9th heuristic is help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. It's about describing the problem and suggesting solutions. The most important factor of this heuristic is using plain language that the user will understand, not strings of letters or numbers. This is a common theme in other heuristics too, including heuristic 1, visibility of system status, heuristic 2, match between system and the real world, and even heuristic 8, aesthetic and minimalist design, which suggests interfaces should only include relevant information. A simple explanation of what is going wrong seems pretty relevant to me. Remember Cliff Richards and his misadventures along the cliffs of Moher. Heuristic 9 is the third of 4 interconnected heuristics. If each heuristic is done well, it minimizes the importance of the succeeding heuristic. So if you do really amazing user control and freedom and error prevention, it's less important for your heuristic 9 to be amazing, but it's still worth thinking about. Ngā mihi kia koutou. Thanks for watching, team. Remember, you can always reach out by email, through Discord, or by coming along to our class sessions if you need any help. From Gary and I, ka kite, kia haumaru te noho.